Okay, back to the Blackburn. Fawn and Aterrados, you have hopefully resolved the black hole of awkwardness that you were generating.
Nope, you're coming back
No.
to it.
Oh no.
Lots more.
Let's yeah, so yeah, you've gotten the details from Levon about when the coffee date's gonna get there. It's actually you've set it up. It's gonna be mid afternoon tomorrow. So that is pretty impending.
We go
So
shopping.
yeah, how are you gonna go shopping? How are you gonna
Yes.
prepare? How are
Yeah. All right, fine. We're going shopping. Let's get you some new outfits, new shoes and stuff like that. It'll be great. You'll feel confident. You'll be happy. Like it's like, a nice it's treating yourself right before you go on a date. That way you're at your best.
Um. Oh. Okay. We can go shopping.
All right, cool. Yeah.
Do you want new clothes too?
Uh no, I'm fine.
Why
I'm good.
not?
I kind of like, yeah, I it's fine. I'm not really doing anything, and like I feel like my future will probably just contain more violence. So having
Aterrados.
what? Yeah. All right, let's do this, and I will get my nails done though. We can get like petties and manis. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what that means.
Oh, it's where they do your nails and your toenails and stuff.
Yeah, you guys head to town, go to some boutiques. There's the Pandemonium, which is the sort of the super social, very worship us for we are the new gods kind of faction of the Terrigen, has a list of like fashion boutiques where people who are very famous and very not they can go to not get mobbed by the public. And it's a readily available thing for pretty much anyone at the Terrigen in the Blackburn. So you guys can have that definitely.
Yeah, that sounds fun. Let's do it. Fawn, you in? High five.
Sure. Does that mean there's going to be less people?
Yeah, unless you want more people, because there's a secondhand store like a couple blocks away that I like to go
then
to
we
every
should go
now
to the
and
secondhand store. That's much better. The fashion industry creates a lot of waste, and it's actually polluting the ecosystem.
Also, body image and stuff like that. Yeah,
Body image?
Yeah, like they project a certain type of beauty, and so then humanity accepts that type of beauty when there are many types of beauty and body shapes that should be appreciated and adored and loved.
Oh, that's what you're talking about. I agree. She kind of bounces over and takes Aterrados' arm. Let's go to the
Okay, that
secondhand
happened.
store.
All right, let's do this. Secondhand store. Let's do it.
Okay, you guys hit the
Uber on over.
secondhand store, and it's for about 20 minutes. It's a nice little date, and then just you start noticing a lot of people are coming into the secondhand store. A lot of people are like you start running into people. And it doesn't take much of a notice to see that like there are people like on the other end of an aisle with their cameras out, and most of the attention seems to be pointed at Fawn.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, she's okay, let's find something wonderful and beautiful for her so that she feels nice and confident when she's on a date with Levon.
Yeah, I mean the pickings are good, but like it's very crowded in this store. No one's like coming up and approaching you, but it's very easy to tell that you are surrounded by people who have probably shown up because they heard you were here.
Yeah.
So Fawn hasn't really noticed this. She hasn't really noticed that they're taking pictures of her. She assumes that they're here for Aterrados. But Fawn's like going to different outfits and like, what about this dress? What about this dress?
Okay.
Could I just wear jeans and a t-shirt?
I mean, so first off, whatever you feel comfortable in and whatever you feel the most beautiful in is what you should go for. I mean, obviously you have a very slim figure with a lot of attention brought up to your face. It's a very beautiful face. So I think...
You really think so?
Yeah, of course. But
Fawn kind of blushes and looks away.
So something, an outfit that kind of reflects your personality as well as the beauty that people see above. So kind of drawing the attention from your face to the rest of your body as well, because you're beautiful everywhere. So maybe something like, like flowy with a lot of colors, and I think maybe a floral design I think would really look good with you, especially with the white hair.
Okay, I've just never been on a date before, so I don't really know what I'm doing.
No, I got you. Yeah, I've dabbled in color theory and stuff like that. So we're gonna get a perfect set of outfits that matches your presence, so that you feel confident and you feel sexy. So this date is gonna go perfectly. I promise.
Sexy?
Yeah.
What? No, but Fawn really blushes and like turns and starts awkwardly walking over to a different rack of clothes.
Oh, okay. Wait, there she goes.
When you get up to that rack of clothes, like you're a little distracted, but you do notice like someone, there's like rustling within the rack of clothes, and someone just sort of like stumbles out. It's a young woman, and for a moment you do kind of a double take, because you look on top of her head, and like she also has antlers.
Oh.
And she also has ears, and she's dyed her hair white, and she's wearing red contacts, and she's like, "Oh, Fawn! Oh, hi! Oh my God, I love you!"
Hi. Are you okay? You tripped.
"Oh no, I'm great. I'm fantastic. Do you like what I've done? They're just like yours. They're just like yours."
They're really
And
cute.
you take a look at them for a little bit, and you notice that they're real.
Fawn kind of pauses and she gingerly reaches out and touches one of the
Oh, can you just do that? I don't know,
the
Fawn.
the ears. Like,
Yeah, and you
is it like
see
on a
where
headband?
no, they're stitched onto her.
Oh my. It's just got weird.
And it's yeah.
Are you really? Oh, that looks painful.
Like, yeah, no, I just got the surgery done.
Oh my God.
There's surgery that does that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're so great, and I follow you everywhere, and I just wanted to be like you.
I am.
Aterrados my head all like,
Uh,
jeez, this is so. Fawn, do you have something to say to this? Because this is beyond unreasonable, and not a appropriate way to live your life. I don't think. Small child.
You should really. I don't know. Everyone should be happy with who they are, right? Is this really who you want to be? Because if you're trying to be like me, then you're not being you.
She kind of like takes a couple steps back, and like just kind of like her hand goes up to like the stitching of where the animal ear is on her own ear. Like, no, I want to be this. I want to be like you. I want to be connected to nature.
You don't have to have things like that to be connected to nature.
No, you see, I took it. I took it from them, and I made it a part of me.
But animals, did you kill them?
Yeah. I mean, it would be cruel to leave them like that. And
Okay.
I did it myself. I'm a pretty good bow hunter.
Yeah. All right. Little girl, we're going to continue our
Fawn
shopping.
literally starts leaning forward and she's like, but that's not how you get close to nature. You're
Fine.
not supposed to kill them.
Fine. You can't
We're
talk
we're
to
pro-
crazy.
we're trying to protect them. Don't you understand that people abuse animals every single day?
Fawn, are you getting angry?
She's getting she's quickly moving from shocked to anger.
Yeah. Now it's time.
As that emotion wells up in you, you don't notice what's happening, but Aterrados, you see it.
Mm-hmm.
Her antlers and ears just sort of crumble,
Oh.
and her skin tone becomes flush and more human looking. Her eyes return to a blue color. Her hair just sort of shifts into a more sort of strawberry blonde color. She looks completely human.
Oh. Hey. Well, there you go. Hey. Fun. Look, she's back to normal.
No, I think that's me. Or is that me?
That's you.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Fawn. Looks not what the heck?
But
Fawn.
that's not how it's supposed to work. You're supposed to protect them. Why would
Hold
you
on.
harm them?
Fawn. Look at yourself.
What?
Look at your. And it'll like point her to a mirror. Like, look.
And she'll just turn and look, and Fawn legitimately screams.
Oh,
She does not
okay.
understand what's going on. And
Yeah.
she starts to panic, and she's like, what's wrong with me? Am I sick? Am I ill?
No, okay, hold on. Let's get you in the hair bubble first, all right? And Aterrados will shake his hair, and like his hair will like form this protective dome.
Aterrados, what's wrong with me?
Nothing's wrong with you. It looks like something different. So let me call it Uber, and we'll go home. You know, we can I know, I guess Amazon. I mean, we have your sizes. I mean, you know your sizes, so we can just kind of order
Is
it.
there something wrong with me?
No, I don't think so. But I don't know. I don't know your body, and I can't tell you what this means for you.
I don't understand. Did I do something wrong? Or
No,
is
I
everything gone?
As the emotion shifts from anger to like shock and confusion, you literally watch as her skin goes pale, and her eye color comes back, and the antlers resprout, and she returns to the way she normally looks.
yeah. Aterose is just like getting up in her face, like this is, huh? What?
What now? What happened?
Looks like you're back to um, what you usually look like. So um, I don't know what that was, but we should probably talk to someone who knows maybe a little bit more about what might be happening to you.
She just kind of like puts her hands to her mouth, and she just like steps closer to Aterrados, and she's like, I would like to go now. I don't know what's going on, and if I'm sick, wait. And she like backs up. She's like, what if I'm contagious? What if it's something that you can get from me? What if you
Oh,
start going crazy?
well, let's not use the word crazy. You are a sane individual, all right? So make sure to love yourself despite the stress. But the best thing to do is just to wait, be patient. I know that you're feeling a lot of stress, but let's just
What do you mean
go.
be patient? I am
Let's
not patient right now.
Okay. Well, let's stay in the bubble. We will. I got an Uber on the way, and we'll go back and we'll find someone who has the answers.
So yeah, you roll your way through in the hair hamster bubble, no doubt bouncing into number of people and clothes racks until eventually you can get her into the Uber and head back to the Blackburn. We'll move back to Utopia Tower.
Yeah.
We'll say that Waterlily and Schwarzschild, Waterlily, you're getting ready to head out, and probably have stopped into the apartment real quick, and that's where you find Levon, shortly after Bender has left.
Hi.
Huh? You say something? Sorry.
You sound as if you're having a similar day to me. And you realize that even though it's still her sort of like super composed voice, like she still sounds like she's having a crappy day.
Yeah, it's had its ups and downs. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So, you all right?
Yeah. NovaCon was a lot. We haven't really sat and talked about it, as everybody around here's been really busy for the last week, but NovaCon was a lot.
Yeah, it was. It was for me, and way I hear it, it was for you. Is Tensor all right?
Aside from super pissed off at me, maybe. I think I'm not sure, honestly. They're not talking like they usually do, or at least with the same sort of emotional patterns. But honestly, they've been through something huge, so I'm not sure.
Well, I don't know. I reckon my words of wisdom are kind of tapped. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm not looking to you for answers for everything, Levon. I just wanted to say hi and see another person, one who's possibly not ticked off at me.
Oh, hell no. Lily, I don't sorry, Virginia, I don't know what you could do to piss me off.
That's
And I
kind.
really do mean that.
That's very sweet. I appreciate it. So yeah, no, if you let me think here, what are you doing with the rest of your day?
Um uh Question for the storyteller, is the date today?
It's tomorrow, like early afternoon.
Okay. I reckon I might hit the gym. I got the feeling that punching a lot of crap might do me some good.
Yeah, no, physical exertion can be really excellent for mental health, especially, endorphins, serotonin.
What about you?
I'm actually probably going to go back to the Aeon Society headquarters, the facility up north, just for a little
Oh,
bit. So that should be very interesting.
oh, look at you! You're rubbing elbows with the high society types.
Funny. I'm mostly just trying to. What I'm getting a grasp at with the system that we're currently in is that it it really does come down to a sort of networking system. If I want information, if I want things to get done a certain way, I need to look into reciprocal social information. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can rub elbows or assist people with projects and help out how I can. And that way, when we want to know things and people don't want to tell us, somebody will like me and tell me.
Well, I appreciate that you're the one who's doing that. I reckon I'd be about as useful as a hippo in a crystal factory.
You're
In
very
that
likable.
regard,
You're very likable, Levon. Don't underestimate that.
thank you.
But do me a favor, will you?
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't know quite when I'll be back, if I'll be back by dinner or when, but can you also just, I mean, without being intrusive, but I know that you also care about how Tensor's doing. Maybe they'll tell you something that they didn't want to tell me, or you'll notice something. Anyway, just keep an eye out, will you?
Yeah, I can do that. No problem.
I appreciate it.
Well, say hi to Miss Mercer for me, and yeah, have a nice trip. How you getting there? They flying you?
I assume so. That's generally how it works out.
Yeah, there's
Okay.
a helicopter incoming to take you there.
Okay.
All right. Well, be safe, and yeah, if you need anything, give me a call. I'll be there as quick as I can.
Sure. I appreciate it. I think if there's one of the safer buildings in the world right now, that's going to be it. But I will
Yeah.
definitely let you know. And there's a bit of a mood lift on that. So yeah.
All right.
Okay. So yeah, Willie, you like I said, the helicopter comes in, picks you up and heads to upstate. It lands in kind of an out of the way area of the city. It is in the city proper, but it's not out in like the residential areas. It is about as nondescript a building as you can describe, kind of in an industrial park area, kind of nestled in the back of quite a few other nondescript things. You note that it doesn't have any signs or insignias of the Aeon Society or anything. It's labeled as Future Research Industries.
Okay. Puzzling, but this is where the helicopter took her, so she assumes we're in the right spot.
Well, the helicopter took you to a local airport, and then you took a car here.
Okay.
They wanted to be very discreet about it.
Sure.
But yeah, so you get there. There's security at the front desk that lets you in, and you are sort of led through kind of a labyrinth of very institutional, almost medical type facility hallways, until you are led to an office where Margaret Mercer is waiting for you.
Good afternoon, Miss Mercer.
Good afternoon. So I know we spoke regarding that young man, and I've been able to secure things and make sure he's in the right place and cross the T's, dot the I's, just to make sure that everything is safe and appropriate for you to have a brief conversation and meeting, just to assuage your concerns.
Thank you. That means a great deal to me. Is he on site currently?
Yes, he's here. This is one of our facilities for training people with special talents.
Excellent. I before any of that, I guess I have a question. I've never actually run across a Nova that has any sort of mental influence. Is this a new series of mutations or and she literally stops at the word aberration and does not say it. Um, um, adjusted eruptions that we're seeing?
He says, it is incredibly rare. And it's not generally part of the normal order of things. Mental influence, as well as certain other abilities, manifest strangely sometimes.
Yes, I ask because there was some sort of effect at NovaCon recently that seemed to also be of a mental influence. So
That's interesting.
Yes, I'm not entirely sure as to the details of it, but somebody with possibly a different perception of the situation was outright discussing like almost an intrusive presence. So given that this is now the second time I've heard of this, I thought to bring it to your attention while we were present.
She says, that's very interesting. I'd appreciate if you could make a report regarding that. As many of the details as possible. I would love to review that.
Certainly, I'll be glad to.
Excellent. Good. All right. Well, young man, his name is Richard Duke, and we've been in contact with his family. We've gotten some paperwork. He's been onboarded, as it were. So everything is copacetic and from a legal perspective. And he's been with us for the last few weeks, going over his abilities, getting it under control. Um, that kind of traumatic experience is actually fairly rare with people with these talents. But I guess there was a lot of emotion in the air at the UN, and things got out of hand.
Yes, no, very much so. I guess I didn't actually get a good sense for where he was situated in the crowd when this started. Was he a member of the church's protest corner?
No. He was with Human Rights Watch. He was actually there with his parents. They were part of the afflicted.
Oh.
But everything, they've been checked out. Everything is going over. We don't have a lot of time for you to talk with him. So why don't we go ahead and get to the meeting room?
Certainly. Last question, is there anything I shouldn't say?
She says, no, I think you can discuss things however you like. Just understand that this is a fairly discrete project that we've got going on. There's some things that we don't particularly understand about this particular manifestation of abilities, and he and his family have been briefed on certain things, so they understand the need for discretion, and so we're trying to keep things as quiet and private as possible.
Okay, understood.
She leads the way, and it's basically kind of an interview room. Kind of, you've been in therapist rooms before. This has that kind of feel, and he's there, and he's wearing kind of an institutional garment. It's not like a straitjacket or anything confining. It's just sort of a institutionally provided garment. He's sitting there and is playing with a Rubik's cube. As Margaret comes and says, Richard, this is Virginia. She was there when you had your incident and has come to check up on you. He looks up and he says, oh, that's nice. That's good. Hello. I don't remember you, but I'm told you helped.
Yes. Hi. I mean, I hope so. Do you prefer Richard, or is there a nickname you like?
Richard's fine.
Excellent. Hi. Yeah, we were part of the assistance regarding trying to keep things reasonable at the protests, and so we were on scene, and I was glad to be able to help. I think you and I ended up with something of an odd backlash of our abilities, and it made me worry about you.
Thank you for your concern. Yeah, I like I said, I don't really remember much about what happened there. But I do remember things being very unpleasant, and then things sort of shut off, and then I woke up here.
I'm glad the shutting off was calming in any way.
It was when it stopped. I don't want to be too offensive, but it actually didn't feel very good before it shut off.
Right. No, of course. I apologize for use of my abilities without consent. It was very much a situation of urgent need, but otherwise I don't take it into my normal behavior to do that to people.
I understand. It was crazy. It was nuts. So I get it. People were I'm told people weren't reacting very well to what was happening, and I don't want to hurt people. So you did the right thing.
No, and you're honestly, I think you're, and maybe they've said it, maybe they haven't, but you're a very unique person, Richard. I mean, everyone is in their own way, but you have something that I've honestly struggled with, which is kind of understanding people around you, in a very mental sense, and it comes with its own struggles, that's for sure.
Um, he and Mercer kind of share a look for a little bit longer than you might expect a casual glance to have. And she says, yes, he's quite talented in regards to that. I think we're probably going to have to wrap this up.
Oh, of course. Yeah, no, I'm not. I appreciate you speaking to me today. I guess it's I kind of took it a little bit personally just because I don't have a lot of engagement with people who have similar abilities to mine. And while yours is different, it's that same sense of people and the very something that's personal about them. I hope you end
You
up
see
doing really
that
well.
as you're talking, and you see like kind of the color drain away from him a little bit, and he
Uh-oh.
kind of like hiccups for a bit, and
I'm sorry. I'm very sorry.
no,
I
he kind of chokes back something, and Margaret says, "I think we're gonna have to wrap this up."
I understand. Yes, Miss Mercer. You take care of yourself, Richard. And I know you're going to get a lot of room to grow here.
Thank you. And he pulls a trash bucket from under the thing and has a small but pretty forceful vomit.
Oh no. Okay. Is there, can I get a read on what just happened?
Give me a medicine roll.
Sure, of course. Let me see. Do you think it's more like the awareness, or like having straight up medical knowledge, like intellect or cunning?
Pick one, and I'll flavor your information based off of it.
Sure. We'll actually go with the intellect, because I'm looking for like actual sort of whether physical or emotional responses.
Okay.
So let me try that. Anybody mind if I run off with some momentum?
Go for it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Woot. So I'm gonna get one of the momentum off the pool. And all right, so that is currently 1, 2, base 4, and I've got a 10 I need to re-roll. So come on. And a 5 success.
You she is ushering you out of the room while you're
Mhm.
sort of parsing these things out.
Mhm.
And you're kind of keeping an eye on him. And you're sort of replaying the incident in your head. And he seemed fine when you walked in the room. And like you're going over it, you're thinking it over, you're seeing like little signs, like like a bead of sweat started coming down. And he just seemed to get progressively worse the longer you were having this conversation. And you glance back into the room right before the door closes, and you see like him like get his head off of the table. So he sort of wipes his brow, and like you see the color returning to his face. And the first thing that jumps into your mind is that it was because the two of you were close physically for some reason.
Okay. Wow. And we'll basically look over at Miss Mercer of does that happen frequently?
She is
She's stone facing me.
she is like stone faced. She's looking at you. She's going over to you. She's like pulled out a cell phone, and is like, you see a medical team, basically med techs coming down the hallway to go into the room. She says, let's talk.
Yes, please.
And you go back into the room where you met with her previously.
Right.
And she says, that was a very strong reaction.
So you've seen this before?
Yes. I have to apologize, Virginia. There were multiple reasons I asked you to come here. We've been dealing with some issues, and I wanted to have someone trustworthy to help confirm some things. So, yes, apologies. I had ulterior motives for bringing you here other than your expressed concerns.
Did you expect him to be made sick by my presence?
A reaction of some sort was anticipated. He's very sensitive, incredibly sensitive. And I don't wish you to feel used in this. So I'm going to extend some trust to you because I feel that I'm a very good judge of character, and you have been a very earnest and straightforward individual, and I feel like I can trust you. But I am absolutely going to ask you to choose whether you want to know what's going on here or to leave and not.
What are you're being forthright, and I appreciate that. What do you feel are the consequences of me knowing?
I don't think you would do anything to hurt Richard or those like him, but this is one of those things that you let it out of the bag and it's not handled carefully, and it could lead to a lot of people being in danger.
I feel that I cannot think of any reason why I would endanger him, why I would want anyone like him, aside from possibly if someone is actually the cause of something at NovaCon. I I don't want to cause trouble, so but I would like to know if he is something that. And she pauses and she's like trying to collect her thoughts, and there's that moment of I felt a very serious connection with him because he funneled a great deal of emotions and fear and memories into me. And so that may have generated a feelings of, I don't know, false intimacy, but a closeness. I feel a closeness to him. I would like to know what's going on, please.
All right. She pulls out a data pad and says, then I'm going to have to ask you to sign this document.
To read over the document. What is it?
It is a very scary non-disclosure agreement.
Okay, specifically about this facility, or
this facility, and it's vaguely worded enough that it's sort of a document that would stand up in court without revealing what it is that it's talking about.
Okay, but it doesn't talk about like the rest of her Utopia career or anything else.
No, nothing like that. It actually involves some verbiage like appending your Utopia contract to a currently undisclosed branch of the Aeon Society. essentially roping you in to something deeper in Aeon.
Strange new internships. Got
yes.
It. Okay. Then after a review and Miss Mercer's warnings, she'll go ahead and sign.
She says, just good. I was hoping that you'd continue to show the trust and good-heartedness to trust me on this. He's not a Nova.
Please clarify that sentence.
There are more energies beyond the mundane than just the quantum.
How was
Put
I
it in
able...
simple terms. He is the term we have been using nowadays is Syad.
Syad.
It is a form of energy more akin to subquantum and thoughts and other more mental abilities are the purview of that energy. Novas cannot have anything like true telepathy. You can influence emotions through means approximating true mental connection, but there's a barrier that you cannot breach, and it is the purview of Syads. In Project Pandora, we are doing for them what we are trying to do for Novas.
That's astounding. I have many questions, which I'm sure we don't have time for all of them today, but the central one is very much how I was able to... I thought I was turning off an eruption. I thought, I mean, you're right, the energy felt different when I engaged with it, but I thought it was because it was the first time I was using my suppression abilities to try and suppress quantum energy itself. And you're telling me that wasn't the case.
There are areas of overlap. The ability to shut down and suppress quantum abilities has been known to be effective on Syads. There are commonalities, but there are also incredible differences. And I believe the reason he reacted so well is, as I said, because he's very sensitive. There's deep areas of incompatibility between psi and quantum. And we do not understand a lot about this.
And from today's visit, also clearly deep incompatibilities.
Yes, deep incompatibilities. And I hope you believe me earnestly when I say this. And when you hear her voice next, it's in your head, not in the way that it like has that quantum buzz when circuits and Liberty Ladder using telecommunication. It is a true voice in your head. She says, and I am very dedicated to protecting these people.
Of course. Like just that said so quietly, and she's just kind of very clearly trying to parse all of this.
I've put a lot of trust in you, Virginia. I believe that you will do right by this, that you will keep it secret. And hopefully in the future, we can understand more about how our kinds interact on a very fundamental level.
So you do better understand these abilities. That said, almost like she's saying an obvious, because of course she's having someone talk in her head. Can you see if something was manipulated the night of NovaCon with me?
Do I have your consent?
You have shown me a great deal of trust. I consent.
She holds out her hand to your temple. You feel that kind of cool sensation wash over you. I don't see any signs of telepathic, psychic manipulation.
Okay, good. Good, thank you.
We've got some work to do here, and I think it might be best if you get back to New York.
Correct.
We'll
Needless
be
to
in
say,
touch.
yes, if you need assistance, but I don't want to harm him by my presence, so
We've gained an interesting data point, very salient data point.
thank you again for your trust, Miss Mercer. I hope you have a good evening.
I hope you do as well. Thank you for your time. And she gets you back on. You get back onto the car, get back to the helipad, and head back to New York. We're going
Yeah.
to skip forward in time a little bit. It is late morning the next day. Fawn, you have been checked out by basically one of the sort of resident quantumly knowledgeable medical staff at the Blackburn. You've gone over what happened to you pretty much in detail, and it's almost shocking how quickly they diagnose what happened. It seems like they know this is a known quantity. It's something that they refer to as quantum instability. It happens when flux builds up. And it can in the Terrigen, they see it as kind of a precursor to chrysalis if one is trained in that way. It's one of the signs that you might want to find some time to get into a state of the transformation, because you're bubbling, you're ready to pop, as it were. And they say that it's going to persist while you have this flux inside of you.
Okay, so there's not really any. I'm not sick or anything. I'm not contagious.
No, absolutely not. It's personal. It's
Oh.
something to do with the state of your own personal quantum energies. It won't transfer to anyone. At least not that. There have been some cases of instability that can be harmful to others, but it doesn't seem, from what you described, what happened, Fawn, is it seems like when you become emotionally agitated, you said you were angry, you manifest what's known as dormancy, suppression of your quantum abilities and your transformation. It's something some novas can do consciously, but while you're in this state of instability, it can happen when you get riled up.
Oh. Okay. That could be a problem.
It can.
Okay.
Just I there's a lot I don't know about what you go through in this state of chrysalis. It's kind of a novas only thing, but the recommendation I have on file is that you look into inducing that state sooner rather than later.
Okay. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Let us know. We're here on call for any of your medical needs.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you. She kind of, once she gets released, she immediately goes running to Aterrados' room and starts banging on the door.
Yeah, he like pops up from his book. Yeah, is you can come in, Fawn. I think you're the only one who visits me. So
she like throws open the door and runs over and gives Aterrados a big hug, and she excitedly says, "I'm not contagious."
Yeah, I figured as much. Right, that's good.
It's
though.
not an illness.
Okay, what is it then?
Well, she pulls back and she kind of like puts her hands on her chin. She says, "Well, it's Well, it means I have a lot of flux right now, and my quantum is not stable.
Okay, so what are you gonna do about it?
Basically, I need to spend some time. I'll probably talk to Bounty, but I have to go through a chrysalis um to
Cool.
stabilize my quantum again because my quantum's it.
Yeah.
So, but what tends to happen, what looks like with me, is that if I get emotionally agitated, that's the term they use,
Mhm.
and we use that term too.
Okay.
That I generate dormancy,
Okay.
dormancy.
Yeah. No, I get you. Like, yeah, emotions trigger something bad.
Is
Yeah. I mean, that was a pretty horrific thing that you were a part of, so that's understandable.
did yeah, it basically turns everything off. Which Aterrados, do you see me? I looked normal.
Let's not use the word normal, right? Because this is normal for you. What I saw earlier, it was different from what I've come to know you as. So it's just different. But I think it's
Yeah,
important that you don't use the word normal to describe um, anything else than the skin that you're comfortable with.
that's that's true. I'm sorry.
No, hey, no, don't apologize to me. Like, just love yourself. Also, speaking of loving yourself, isn't today your date with Levon?
It is.
All right. So I took the liberty of getting some outfits and stuff.
You picked out a
So
dress for me?
yeah, I have several. So we can and he'll pull out like like all these um boxes and stuff of different outfits and everything that he just like went off and bought some stuff or stole it. Who knows?
Who
But yeah,
knows?
go ahead, grab some. Let's figure it out because you don't have much time, and we gotta get you all fresh and amazing, and you're gonna have a great time.
Okay, she kind of grabs the box and she kind of like starts opening it up, like just starts taking out clothes and looking at it. And, without really thinking, because she basically grew up in a group home, with cultists, uh, she like starts to like go to pull on to put on an outfit, and then she kind of like pauses and she goes, can you turn around
Yeah, I
or
have it.
leave?
Yeah, I'll leave. You just let me know when you're good, and he'll hop off and close the door behind him. I'll be just outside.
Okay. And she'll start changing through the outfits super fast. And basically, she's going to pick the one that Aterrados reacts to the most.
Oh yeah, we're talking about a white dress with like these lovely pink and red flowers, watercolors brilliantly shining against the stark white. There's a little bit of gold, kind of like this metallic paint on each of the flowers. So it kind of almost shimmers. And it's a layered dress too. So when you spin around, you kind of have the poofiness below it, and then the silkiness above, and it just kind of makes like this little amazing effect as you spin.
Oh, that's amazing. She like comes out and she like gives a big wide grin and she's like, I've never owned clothes this pretty before.
Well, I'm glad it worked out. Um, this is great. Cool. All right.
Also, hey,
Yeah.
Aterrados,
Uh-huh.
thank you for helping me.
Oh, it's oh wait, why is my face like this? I'm fine. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no problem. I'm glad you feel happy and comfortable with it. Uh yeah, yeah,
Man,
just have fun. Enjoy yourself. Try to
I
be
thought you
stress
were
free.
coming.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I am coming. That is indeed happening. So yeah, this sweater works. So yeah, let's go.
So on their way to heading to the date, she looks over and she says, if you need to talk to someone, you can talk with me.
Oh yeah, I know.
You've
And
said
I
some
appreciate
stuff
it.
a lot,
Uh,
and I want to know more about your point of view.
ah,
I want to
yeah.
know more about you. You said some strange things about your powers and
Mhm.
your hair and where it comes from, and well, I would like to know about it. I would like to know you better.
Oh well, I'd like to know you better too. So, um,
I'm
mutual looking into each other. I think that's cool.
So you
okay.
guys are heading out of the Blackburn. There's an Uber waiting to take you to where you're going to be meeting with Levon. And when you're kind of in the lobby area, sort of getting ready to head out, um, a man in jeans, kind of a very worn-looking flannel, and a New York Mets baseball cap, comes in, kind of scans the room, and locks eyes with Aterrados. Like, Aterrados, right?
Yeah. Yeah. What's up? Hey, how's it going?
Hey, man. Yeah, I came in town a little early, actually.
Oh,
He
okay.
holds out his very very large-looking hand. Says,
Oh,
Garrett.
wow. Oh, hey, yeah, Aterrados. This is a wonderful handshake. Yeah, well, welcome.
Cool, man.
Cool.
Hey, he kind of looks over to Fawn. He's like, Fawn, right?
Yes. Hi.
Cool. Good to meet you. We'll probably talk later. I got to talk to your boy here for a bit.
But we were going to go get coffee.
Okay. I mean, if you want to get coffee, I just, there's some serious stuff that is brewing. I think he might be interested in helping out.
Hey, oh God. Uh, Fawn, I'm sorry. I should probably, yeah, unless, yeah, I should probably hear what he has to say. Uh,
Oh.
Maybe I'll catch up with you later, but um, if there's something to brewing, I think, yeah.
You get a message that your Uber is about to leave.
Yeah, go. I'll open the door for you and everything. So, yeah. Well, why don't you go ahead, and he'll place a hand on her shoulder and help her to the Uber. Like you have fun, Fawn. You look beautiful. You're gonna have a lot of fun with Levon. Um, yeah, it'll be great. So, yeah. Um,
Fawn lets him usher her into the Uber, and she just kind of looks back at him, and she just looks really sad.
he'll peek through to the driver.
Driver's like looking very impatient.
Take care of her.
I will drive her to her location because you have paid me money. I got to get going.
Okay, yeah. I'm sorry. I don't want to be a protective butt. So yeah, okay, cool. Sorry, fun. You have fun. Smile. It's gonna be great. I will catch up with you. I'm sure. Like 10 minutes tops. I'm sure it'll be fun.
Aterrados,
Yeah.
be careful.
He'll close the door and head back.
As soon as you close the door, the driver heads off. He is not having any time for this bullshit.
Oh my God,
yeah, so
what
you
is that?
head back. Garrett is just kind of like leaning at the entry, the bar at the lobby, and he just kind of has like this really, really kind of like knowing but borderline obnoxious smile on his face. Like, she's cute.
Yeah, she's wonderful. I'm glad
Cool.
to have
Come
known
on,
her.
follow me.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
I got to get out of this thing. And he leads you into kind of one of the back kind of meeting room areas, and in like one motion, just kind of like takes off his flannel, shakes his shoulders, and he grows a good 4 feet, and just is bulging with unnatural muscles and just protrusions that do not look at all normal, but his face looks exactly the same.
You're a grower.
Hell yeah, I am. So I'm just gonna cut to the chase.
Yeah, let's do this. What?
Let's kill some people.
All right, who we killing?
You got a hit list?
Oh, I do. All right, let's hit it. I figure I targeted the Senate leaders. They should be handled, but we have some information on the CEOs and where they live.
All right, cool. All right, you're down to clown. Let's talk details. Let's foot off the gas for a second. I'm just glad you're on board and ready to go. Let's have a chat. And that's where we'll end it this week. Tune in next time to see where things go from here on Aberrant Atomic Youth. Don't forget to follow the characters on Twitter to see more of the story, and follow Simulacra RPGs for updates on the show and the channel. If you'd like to support the show, you can subscribe to our YouTube and Twitch channels at Simulacra TV, but the best way is to go to patreon.com/Simulacra Studios and become a patron. A big thanks to our $5 and up patrons. You keep the story going, and we couldn't do it without you. Until next time, remember, your legacy is our future.